Good. Hi, Eric Perotti from Plantronics. I'm here with a few associates. My colleague Tom Wesselman, my colleague Morgan Davis, and we work in an organization called PLT Labs, which is the innovation wing of Plantronics. What we have, as you can see, is a pretty elaborate setup here. We've got a lot of computers and things, and we're going to show you some stuff that we hope is pretty compelling. I'm wearing kind of a classy headphone. You can tell because it's got the mini pearl thing on the bottom. But it has some other capabilities as well that we'll kind of walk through. What's clever about this specific device is it has a lot of sensor capabilities in it, and we'll walk through those. But it also is just connected to my this MacBook, and it's connected with a Bluetooth extension only. And then only with JavaScript are we controlling some other things with this. So let me walk you through a little bit of what this headset can do. And again, this is just a JavaScript implementation. There's no servers or software client installed on my PC. So first, the other thing that you're seeing is a web page, a pure web page just running on Firefox. So what my headset's going to do is I'm going to simulate walking. So as I walk a few steps, it should start to pick that up and start to pass that through to a web page. And it's a little bit hinky because there is a lot of traffic in this room, but it should be able to pick that up. The next thing it should do is detect free fall. So free fall is another thing that we like to enable with these headsets. And free fall enables us to see in the field what's going on. So I'm going to throw this up in the air, and indeed it will pass an event to the cloud, and the guy will fall over, right? And so there's a lot of information that we're passing with these. The third that we're going to show is probably most relevant to this specific crowd. So there's a lot of sensor fusion built into this: accelerometer, gyroscope, magnetometer. And basically, as I turn my headset, I can pass that information through to the cloud and, again, surface that to a web page. So, again, this is just a web page, all JavaScript with a small extension. And that's what we're doing. The other thing I am doing that you may not be able to see is I'm actually just pushing buttons here to change what's happening over here. So I can subscribe and unsubscribe to events just based on just based on some button presses here. So now I'm actually going to update my web page just based on another button press. In this case, I'm using a volume down, but it could be any of the buttons on the headset or gestures or things like that. So again, now moving, this should move between pages. So now we're going to do a simulation here. Let me just zoom this out just a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. So now let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to tell you a story now about how this actually makes sense to you. So this headset we think is terrific. We worked hard on it. But really it is a nice play with WebRTC, that we can use the information from our devices combined with WebRTC to create new environments and new opportunities for user experience. So the story we're going to tell here is that Tom's going to ask me a question. I'm not going to be able to answer the question. And so what I'm going to do is do something we call seamless transfer. And what that is based on the head orientation and a button press, I'm going to decide which of my devices is going to be active for the phone call. So I might be sitting at my desk. I might get a phone call from my colleague and say, oh, I don't know who to answer that question, but let me go out and find you a resource who can help you. We're going to do that now in real time. And then from there, I'm going to walk over to my colleague Morgan, who will simulate is in my office. We're going to use BLE beaconing from his device to my device. And we could do something with a lot of people. So I could walk, and this could be colleague A and B and C. And then we get to colleague 10, who happens to be Morgan, who's the genius in the room. He could help us with our actual problem. And we will invite him in an ad hoc network to join the conference call. From a technology perspective, I think it's a little bit minutia, but we're running OpenTalk, and we're running PubNub, and the rest of it is JavaScript that we've written ourselves. So let's go ahead and do that. So if you don't mind, please, Tom, go ahead and invite me to the call. And just so you're aware, normally we would have the audio here, but we have a lot of mics, and you can see there's a lot of equipment up here, so we're just going to make this a little simpler. So you can see Tom has invited me to the call. And I'm going to accept that call on my Macintosh here. So this is my personal computer. So hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing good. So do you know what's up with that email from Morgan? The microphone's, oh, it is on. Do you know what's up with that email from Morgan? What's he talking about there?
No, I saw the same email you saw, and I don't understand what it meant either. Let me go check in with him real quick. So and again, what you're seeing here on the screen, I'm going to drop out a character here for a moment. What you're seeing is you're seeing Tom's video feed, plus you're seeing my video feed, plus you're seeing his data feed from Google Maps from his orientation, so please move your head. And then you're seeing my data feed from my headset as well. So we have multiple data feeds going. We've got the audio and video going as well. So I am going to look away from my computer and to my Android device. And it's going to drop me from this call here and transfer the call from one device, i.e. my Macintosh, to my Android. So now you should see the Android coming in, and now we have a live feed from my Android device, all based on headset, events, and a button press. So now I'm going to walk over to my colleague. Okay, so Tom, I'm going to go see if I can't find Morgan and see if I can't help you out.
Awesome, thanks.
So now what's happening is I'm just going to walk around my building, and I'm passing colleague A, and now B, and C, and I'm getting these little beacons that say, Johnny Walker, or I don't know who it is, but someone like that. And then when I get to the person I want, I see that now on my device you can't see it, but what it says here is, would I like to add Morgan to the call? The answer is, well, yes, I do want to add Morgan to the call. So I can go ahead and do that. And I've just done a button press here.
And then I'm seeing that Eric is asking me to join in on the conference call with him and Tom. So I'm going to click yes, I do. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Morgan.
Hey, I just wanted to sync up with you guys about that new device-to-device protocol we are evaluating.
And that's it. That's the demo. So what we wanted to show, and let me just kind of recap that. Let me go back up on stage so you all can see me. But what we're trying to show is that our headset provides information that we believe will make WebRTC calls more meaningful. Sensor data in these headsets, we have production data that we can ship today, but we're using the data channel to do something that we believe is very useful in a real-world use case. So thank you. Anything else to add, Morgan or Tom here?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.